recently, uh, President Trump met with the leader in North Korea, and supposedly they got along beautifully, and they talked and talked, and the leader from North Carolina said that they were going to take out the nuclear missiles that they had and the regular missiles and things like that because they've been working on missiles for a good while and nuclear missiles, and the leader's grandfather started it, and then his father got into it, and now he's into it. So um, the question is, as they were building these missiles and nuclear um, bombs, things like that, is how big would they get, and then could they hit the United States from North Korea with a missile or a bomb? So they met, and supposedly they had an agreement where North Carolina said, we're going to quit making the nuclear bombs, we're going to quit making the missiles.
You mean North Korea?
Yeah, North Korea, excuse me. And we're going to destroy all the ones that we have, and we're going to destroy the places where they're made. That was the agreement, and Trump was real happy. He said, "Oh, we get along so well," and I believe they're going to do everything they say, because there have been some restrictions on North Carolina as far as getting food and things like that. Um, in North Korea, getting food and things like that, we've been um, having to do that. And I think it started when Obama was president, because they're just too powerful, and South Korea is right beside them, but they can knock out South Korea in a minute. So we had this agreement set, and Trump says, don't worry about it, it's beautiful. They're going to follow it, and they're going to get rid of all their missiles, nuclear missiles, bombs, in the centers where they make them. He said, you don't have to worry about nothing. And that was a good while ago. And since then, from what I understand and what the people were saying, they don't think North Korea has done much as far as getting rid of the existing facilities they had. But we do know that they've been building centers inside this mountain, new ones, where they can go in, they can pull out a carrier, something to hold the bomb, boom, pull it out, shoot it, and then pull that back into the mountain. That's what they've done, and they built those, and they have them all over the place. And I think they have probably 10 or 12 of these all over this mountain, where they say an operating base, and you could see the lines from the picture you looked at. So I don't think this guy, the leader from North Korea, has really done anything, and I don't think he is going to get rid of any of his bombs or nuclear bombs or missiles, because he's just sort of playing a game, and he's moving them inside the mountain. So he's building new little facilities in there, and then boom, he can pull one out real quick, shoot, and then take it back in. And we don't know where all these new places are. We have some ideas, but we're not certain where they are. And we think that these secret North Korean bases have about 15 places in the mountain already. 15, where they can go in, pull out the facility that holds the bomb, and start shooting. They can shoot South Korea, and they can, I don't know if they have one that'll go to the U.S. yet. But the thing that's bad is Uh, that's the thing this leader has always worked on his whole life. His grandfather, his father, and I don't think you could take him off of this like President Trump thinks he can. Now they were supposed to have another meeting set up with Mike Pompeo uh, in New York, and they didn't show up. They said no, we're not talking about this other meeting, and so I don't know. I mean, people like South Korea, that's right next door to them, they can knock them out immediately, and you can just about see them from North Korea. So I don't know but I do think that we should forget about this good deal that Trump says he made with the leader of North Korea, because that leader's never going to do anything. All he's going to do is what we see here. He went into the mountain. He built 15 for certain facilities all over the mountain that are hidden, and he's going to keep making bombs and shooting them. So now I don't see how we can keep meeting with them. And I think there has to be a time and place where we fight North Korea, because this man is not going to do anything as far as getting rid of these bombs, nuclear missiles, bombs. And there are so many people that live here. I mean, there's 30 million people right next to them in South Korea, and then you're close to China, and Russia's close. But I don't know what to do, except I think we have to put stronger ties on North Korea, and we have to restrict a lot of the merchandise we get. We had restrictions and we took a lot of them off as far as what food they get, the oil that they get in from China, the food they get, because they are not doing anything. And I really think that this leader in North Korea wants to follow his grandfather and his father, and I think he wants to go to war. And unless we start a war with him, that's the only thing that will stop him from doing what he's doing now and keep building new little bases, new bombs, because he was close to having one that would go to the United States. But then supposedly they worked on this agreement where they were going to stop building everything, they were going to destroy everything, and now it's coming up they haven't destroyed anything. I don't know what they destroyed, but I do know that they're building more and more in this mountain, new stuff. And this guy's been in it his whole life, so he's sort of an expert. And if you think you're going to beat him by conversations like Trump thinks, I don't think it'll ever happen. He's going to have something from us showing that we mean business, and we're going to have to get ready, and we're going to have to get some of these people around near Russia, China. I mean, they're going to have to be ready to fight. And if we keep going on like we're doing, he's just going to keep building more and more and more bombs, missiles, and nuclear facilities. Nuclear. So I recommend that all these conversations Trump's having with him in meetings, just forget it. In fact, he didn't want to set up a meeting. The next meeting he had somebody who's supposed to come to New York in June. He didn't come. But if that doesn't happen, I think you're going to find in this area and around North Korea, you have millions and millions of people, and you're going to find millions of people that are dead. Thank you.